Final score 134-96. Lakers get an easy one, which is nice. They go to 8 games over 500. LeBron with 24, Rui 22, Shake Milton 21. Listen, 11 Lakers got to score. 7 were in double figures. Shot a great percentage, 54%. Everyone feels good. The Grammy road trip stops in the Garden this weekend. Lakers and Knicks are set for a Saturday showdown. The game can be seen on ABC at 5:30. All of you at home will get you ready, especially AD and his family. You guys can watch us from 4:30 to 5:30. Then you can turn it over to the game. And after the game, you switch back to us for complete post-game interviews and analysis. We've got more to come. Lakers bounce back with a blowout victory over the Wizards, the 6-win Wizards. We'll take you inside the locker room. We'll hear from LeBron coming up. Of the game, James, and it is logo LeBron.
Yeah, they're going to turn this into a fourth quarter in the fourth quarter in the last 2 minutes, because that's downtown right there, boy. Way downtown.
Deep.
Why would you jack him up in there in the 80s?
Only when we had practice where Rouse would say, if anybody can hit a jump shot inside the circle,
go home.
No practice.
Yeah.
So Buck and the fellas was like, B, you go last because you're the only ones shooting a jumper.
Yeah.
Hit that thing, we wouldn't even wait.
We would run out the gym.
Yeah. That's funny. By the way, let's take a look at the All-Star reserves, Brez.
Let's do it.
The West is first. Go ahead.
Yeah, a couple interesting notes here. First of all, congrats to Victor Wembanyama. Much deserved. Keep in mind the coaches in each conference select the reserves. Interesting that you don't have any Kyrie Irving on this team. Instead, you have James Harden and also no Sabonis. Sacramento, big struggles. He was not picked by the West coaches. So some interesting stuff there. KD, yet another all-star game for him. I guess you got to take someone from Phoenix. No doubt about that. I think, do we have the East too? We're just showing the West right now. Oh, and of course, yeah.
Anthony Davis made it.
You got to mention Anthony Davis. I mean, he's to me, he's just a slam dunk to make the reserves. And Steph too. Yeah. And Jokic, he's in too. Yeah. I like to see who the snubs are. Interesting things here. I mean, of course, you got the two Boston guys, 3 Cavs, Mitchell, Garland, and Evan Mobley. And at the bottom right, Tyler Hero on the All-Star
good for him.
team. He's scoring a lot. Karl Anthony Towns, people were wondering how his transition would be from the West to the East. I say it has gone pretty well. One snub, no LaMelo Ball. Actually led the fan voting, but the coaches are like, nah, sorry, man. Your team is second from the bottom in the East. Maybe next year.
No. Meechus didn't make it either, the guy from the other night?
Meechus did not make it.
Oh, he did not make
next
it. Okay. But you know who did? Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
10th time?
Yeah. Well deserved.
Well deserved.
One of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah.
Probably the best defensive big man in the NBA. There's a lot that the Lakers put on his shoulders, and he's always able to come through. So not a surprise whatsoever that you see AD on that Western Conference reserve team. I would even argue to say he should have been a starter.
Yeah.
You know, but
just missed it.
You know, again, you got to give him a lot of credit because AD has been one of those guys who has taken the responsibility of being, you know, the kind of the go-to guy right now with the Lakers to take a lot of that load off of LeBron.
It is kind of crazy you can have a year like that offensively and defensively and not be a starter.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But
yeah, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
I guess the thing is, will he play in the game?
That's an interesting part.
If he's not playing up until the All-Star break, which we don't know yet, he'll be reevaluated. I think the assumption is that he gets those 3 weeks off. But
yeah, you have to, if he wants to play in the All-Star game, and if he's fine and healthy, of course, you have to play your team's final game before the break, which is next week against Utah. We'll see if it happens, but obviously his well-being is much more important than playing in the All-Star game. Maybe Sabonis will get the call in after that.
Maybe.
AD can't go. We'll see.
Yeah, there's always that's the way to get in, alternate. Yeah. All right, more to come on Access. LeBron and the Lakers get back in the win column with a big win over the Wizards. More post-game reaction after the break. Jackson Hayes going up to get it. And by the way, this one did not count. Jackson called for offensive goaltending, but it was that entertaining, Byron.
It really was. And it was the correct call. I mean, Jackson was there, but, you know, Mr. Canuck threw it up there and didn't think it was going in, thought he was going to get him an assist, and it was a call it off. No basket.
Yeah. Perfect pass.
Going in.
Right in the hoop.
All 5 Lakers starters scored in double figures in the win. Let's go inside the Laker locker room. Max Christie's with Mike.
Clearly a pretty comfortable team victory. What did you see collectively? I'll get to what Austin said later, but what did you guys do collectively starting in that first quarter?
Yeah, we came out pretty fast. Everybody really played well offensively, and then defensively we got stops. We brought an edge to the game, that's for sure. Might have been towards the wrong people, but we came with a lot of fire, and that kind of helped us in the game.
You've been shooting around 40% for the last 2 months now, and the volume is going up. JJ said one of the things has been the really sprinting hard to get to the corner. You got one of those tonight. Is it as simple as it sounds, just to really think about getting to that spot, and then how did that evolve? Yeah,
just being in the right spots is, pretty critical for me, especially with my three-point shot. We got guys that really draw a lot of attention, guys that can really score, so teams are going to cater to them, and if I'm in the right spot at the right time, I'm able to get a 3 off, get a dunk from a cut, or, whatnot. So it is pretty simple, just be in the right spot at the right time and be ready to shoot.
Max, you called it an edge. JJ said he thought it was an angry team that you guys played with tonight.
Yeah.
And what was it like the last 36 hours or so since the Philly loss?
Just kind of us recuperating as a team, regrouping, coming back into a game like this, and kind of a must-win game for us, for our spirit and for our morale. So we wanted to come in with a lot of fire, a lot of intensity. JJ made a point for us to play with an edge at the beginning of the game. So I thought we did a good job of that.
AD does so much. What are some of the things that everybody has to do, and maybe you individually, just knowing that he's not there in the back line?
Yeah, you got to be more solid on the ball as a guard for sure. We still got guys back there who are, tall and long and can really block shots, but obviously AD is one of the best in the league at that. And so for us, we got to step up our game on the defensive end as guards, keeping the ball in front and being physical and containing the ball. So, with him out, obviously it's tough for us as a team, but, the world's going to go on. So we got to, kind of adjust as a team and continue to try and win games.
Ronnie's gotten the chance this road trip. It's been a while since he was kind of getting minutes with you guys, and obviously you've taken an interest in his development this year. What do you see in Bronny James now versus you saw when he was coming to training camp?
Yeah, the confidence has grown. He's a lot more assertive, especially offensively. Defensively, he's been really good as well. He got a couple deflections, got a few steals. He's just kind of making his presence felt, which is good for a young player, and he's really kind of coming into his own. And as he gets more games under his belt, as he starts to play more, confidence grows. He's getting better and better. So it's really good to see. So kind of watches him.
You were on the floor still on that and one that he had. What was that moment like? You were on the floor, so the bench went crazy. I think Rui even put LeBron ahead. Just what was that moment for you guys, and how have you guys kind of got?
Yeah, it was cool. But he's a pro basketball player, he's an NBA player, so for him to get that and one, it was super cool. And we treat him just as another normal player. He made a great play, made a great move, made a great finish, made his free throw. So obviously for us as a team, we're going to celebrate any success.
Time now for a little Access 360. Byron, you going to the wall?
I'm going to go to the wall. I want to talk about this.
Three-piece on.
Yeah, I got a three-piece, so I got to go to the wall just to show off my three-piece. But also, I want to talk about this 40-year-old young man that we talking about all year long named LeBron. A little pin down right here. He comes off of it. And look at the space that he creates on this pick and roll. And we always say with the guy who's setting the pick, Jackson, you set a good pick, somebody's going to get a good shot, either your teammate or yourself. Great job on his end. Now, this one, he's just stepping right into it. This is all rhythm, ladies and gentlemen. And he also showing the range. Even at 40, he still got big-time range. He was able to knock that one down. And at that time, you knew he was feeling it. He came out with that aggressive mindset. Here, a little crossover, went to the basket. And LeBron's been doing this for 20-plus years, attracted a lot of attention. And once he gets there, he's making the right play. Jackson makes himself available and gets a layup. Now, look, he just threw this ahead. Now, this is one reason that the Washington, the Wizards.
Oh, okay.
That's one reason they are 6-41 now.
Right here.
Lack of communication, lack of transition defense. He caught the ball, threw it up, sprinted to the basket, got it back for Max for the easy and one. And once he caught it, you knew good and well nobody on that team was going to get in the way. That's a 40-year-old man who still got lots of game.
Lots of game.
Lots of game.
And you know what? First of all, great breakdown.
Thank you.
Three pieces, nice.
Thank you.
With that beautiful tie. 0 turnovers.
Yep.
And I like what JJ said about setting the tone, because your leader sets the tone for the entire team. Correct, James? You're going to play a 6-win team. You can easily just lay down and just not play hard, and then you're in a battle.
You could tell. You could tell that when LeBron stepped on the floor tonight without AD, that he was on a mission to lead this team. And they followed him all the way. You look at the starters, they all scored in double figures. The bench provided, and that's all because their leader came out and set the tone. Yeah, 0 turnovers for LeBron tonight, you know, that's pretty darn good with 11 assists.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, look, 40 years old, it's hard to believe that he's still leading the team.
I know.
But he's still leading, man. He's still leading with high performance.
I think it was good that he only played 27 minutes tonight because, as you guys have all told me, and I've only been there once as a fan, and in my traveling days with the NBA, I never got to go on the New York trip. So it was kind of fun to go there as a fan one time to the Garden. But I know how special of a place it is, and if you're a historian of the game, like LeBron James, everyone loves to play in the Big Apple. So he's going to have a little something in that tank left, isn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. And like you said, everybody, when they come to New York, you know, this is the mecca of basketball. So when you get a chance to play in the Garden, you want to play well.
Yeah.
You know, you can ask MJ, you can ask Kobe, you can ask Magic Johnson, this man right here, you know, James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know, you want to play well in the Garden because that's where, you know, almost like where basketball really gets going. And those fans, the fans of New York are probably the most knowledgeable fans in basketball, but they also can get on your damn nerves. So you just got to be ready to play because you're going to hear some stuff from that bench or behind the bench with them trying to irritate you. So, you know, I know LeBron. We know he's going to come ready to play in this game. We know New York, the city's going to be hyped up. The team is playing great.
Because you don't know how many chances they're going to get to see him again.
Right. That's the other thing, too. And they got two All-Stars. They got two starters on the All-Star team that are playing great. Cat and Jalen Bronson. So this is going to be a very hyped-up game. There's no doubt about it.
They've won 5 straight, too.
They've been playing well.
And if you perform in New York City, they love you.
Love you.
They'll give you the praise but it's something about that city. It's a lot of great basketball. You talk about the Rucker, Lou Alcindor, Kareem. You know, you talking about a lot of great players come out of there. So when they're getting off that subway coming into the Madison Garden, they're fans. Yeah. They are fans. They want to see a performance. If you give it to them, they'll appreciate it. Yeah. If you don't, they'll let you know. They'll let you know.
That's cool.
They're going to let you know.
Playing in New York.
All right, more to come on Access. Rui Hachimura put in work for his former team. 22 points in the win, 134-96 final score in D.C. We're back with more after the break.
Access Sportsnet Lakers is brought to you in part by